Okay, good day everybody. We are back in this bed we made. Last time we solved the riddle to the... Oh, well, we got a key to the box in room 507, is it? Yeah, and then we found love letters between Marcella Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont. It was them who are having an affair. We found out Paul's real name in room 505 guy. He's been hired to do something involving maybe it's just hit me, maybe he's been hired to kill Mr. Cruz, which you can see there in the background. Hector, he came out of the room and he was dead, and now the power's gone off and we need to try and fix it. Give me one moment. Got some weird ass fucking tea. I was going to drink it between the parts, but it's so rank that it's taken me ages to drink it. Anyway, go on with the game, shall we? What is it? It's like orange, mango, and passion fruit with matcha tea and amino acids. Okay. Honestly, it's rank. Don't have it. I won't say the name of it or anything like that. Anyway, fuses.
Might need this to restore power.
We already know all of this. We've been here before.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier.
Okay. Something pointier.
Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box?
Lockpick needed. Damn it. The fuse box is locked and I need to get it open. No calling Eugene to help for now. What could I use to pry it open? There must be something here on the 5th floor. We've got so much clutter around, I'm sure I'll find something if I just go looking. Okay. I don't even know where to look. I don't really want to go for the blood, if I'm being honest. Oh, wasn't there coat hangers somewhere? Oh wait, what's this? Won't that work? Apparently I've got to throw it away. Well, I haven't got to, but that is what I'm doing. Wait, it's just meant about throw away as a toothpaste as well. Where was there? Wasn't there like a bunch of coat hangers somewhere? I don't remember where now.
I don't think I'll need this again.
No, can't use the pen. What would we be using to... Don't think it's going to be that. Oh, is it not? Maybe it's something on Hector himself. Let's go have a look, see if it's something on Hector. No? Okay. Actually, can I call... Oh, I can. Or not.
Beth must be busy trying to restore the power in the lobby.
Is there anything on my car? Doesn't look like it. Okay. This could be evidence that I'm throwing away now, but...
A, B, and Beaumont.
I'm going to continue the trend of, Oh, let me open that. Interesting. Throwing shit away.
Okay. This looks like something I can use to open the fuse box.
Oh, okay. I'm really reluctant to walk through the blood, but...
The fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far.
Lockpick needed, damn it. Oh, I already read that. A broken pearl necklace. Huh. I'm a little bit scared right now, that's why I'm being silent, by the way. I'm waiting for something to jump out at me. But nope, it didn't. Ice pick.
That worked, thank God. Now, to get the power back. Getting the fuse box open was half the battle. Now I need to take a look inside and fix what needs fixing.
Using fuses. I used the pickaxe, an ice pick from the ice room to get the fuse box door open, but I should have guessed my work wouldn't end there. Why couldn't there just be a switch labelled power that I could flip? Some of the fuses on the panel have blown, so replacing these should be the first thing I do. Thank God Eugene left detailed instructions on the inside of the fuse box. It's helpful in a way, having a task to focus on to keep my thoughts away from Hector.
Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make do.
There's a power outage and I'm busy preventing another part of the hotel from collapsing. Here's what to do. Check the fuse box plan for required amperage for each socket. Remove all blown fruit fuses from the sockets. Tip: blown fuses are usually blackened. Screw in fuses in sockets. Make sure the amperage is correct. Fix the big lever. I'll flick the big lever to restore power. Nothing on the back? No. Okay, so 15 and 25. I guess that one's blackened. Not really sure. How do I know which fuse is what power? Oh, I see. Remove that one. Because I can't move. For instance, the second one down on this right hand side is orange, which is what I just tried doing. Because it's in that place, I know it's 20. So this must be 20. 15 looks like an A. And 30 is the G.
Why does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
Yeah, I need G. Oh wait, what's this? There we go. Oh, that looks good. Pull. You restored power on the 5th floor.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
Seeing the light. I've never been more grateful for electricity. A light from the window in the janitor's closet was enough for me to see what I was doing with the fuse box. It occurred to me that had it been any later in the day, I would have been up a creek without a paddle. I head down to the lobby, go straight to the reception, and get the police on the phone. Nightmare's almost over, so I hope. Okay, somebody gonna jump out at us? Nope, okay.
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
Interesting. Let me save it. 78% of the way way through. Should I put the pickaxe back, do you think? Ice pick. Pickaxe, like an idiot. Or should I take it with me? Let's keep it with us for now. I've got the save, so I can always come back and redo it should I wish to. It's obviously, well, I say obviously, I assume this is the murder weapon, the ice pick, but I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, what?
Phone. I need a phone.
Okay, that's a bit broken. The worst phone call to make. Restored power on the 5th floor, but the rest of the hotel is still in the dark. At least I was able to make it to the lobby. I had to move Hector to get inside the elevator. I just want to forget that part, but it happened. It made me think of Mom. How many times did she have to move someone after they'd succumbed to a fatal wound? Did she ever get used to it? Oh, Mom, I wish you were here right now. I have to call the police and let them know about Hector. The phone reception should work.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you. Now, I just have to wait for the police.
Reaching it out. Police are on the way, I think. That's the most I can do right now. It hasn't completely undone the knots in my stomach and the tension in my shoulders, but it's a start. I might as well write a bit to pass time until they arrive. I don't know what will happen next. If my hunch is correct, and Hector was indeed murdered, I suppose the police's main priority would determine who did it. I'm probably going to have to answer some questions, aren't I? What's this?
So Anne and Marcella really are planning to run off together. Was what happened to Hector part of their plan?
Throw it away. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. Will reception staff discard previous instructions? Our prestigious guest has expressed desire to meet guests from room 505. cannot fathom what an illustrious man wants with such a freak. If you see him, please direct him towards my office. Oh, there's more to that.
Bernard really wants Paul out of the hotel.
I've heard more reports on the guest from room 505 and his strange behaviour, following people around, spying on guests, etc. As you're all aware, we have a very prestigious guest in 602, and I would hate for the stay for our distinguished establishment to be tarnished because of some other undesirable guests. Inform the guest in 505 that he must vacate his room as soon as possible. Invent an excuse if you have to. Also note that from now on, if you can pay, you can stay policy no longer applies. Guests who do not fit the hotel's elevated standards should be denied a room. Oh, okay.
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector,
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
you don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint. Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
Yeah.
I found something on Hector that would point to that. Yes.
Wait, so you touched the body? The dead body?
I mean, yes, kind of.
Sophie, rule number 1 when stumbling upon a dead body. Do not touch. It could really get you in trouble. So, what did you find?
There was this letter that made it sound like Marcella would get a lot of money from her husband's death.
Ugh. Throw the affair into the mix and you get a pretty good motive.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm probably going to hell for saying this. Who am I kidding? I'm going to hell anyway. But I can't really blame her if she did it.
What do you mean? I understand. I mean, if he was abusive... No, wait, he wasn't the abusive one, was he? It was the other person's husband. What do you mean?
I'm not sure I'm following. You can't blame her for murder.
I'm not excusing it. I'm not. Just... women like Anne and Marcella have so few options. It's like the world is designed to keep them apart.
Beth.
Oh, you know. You know. I've been with a woman before. Ziva Rivers. She's a photographer in New York. We were together for a while, and I was so in love. It was like a fire rain couldn't put out. I guess like anything that intense, it wasn't meant to last, but while it lasted, I was the happiest I've ever been. And if something had come between us, kept us apart, I would have done just about anything to be with her. Maybe that's what happened here with Anne and Marcella.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
Oh, I mean, I have been dancing around it, so I guess I will do me too. I don't really know enough about them to say whether I should decide their fate, but whatever.
Yeah, I'd like that too.
That's... That's great. The police is here.
The police are here.
Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Mr. Cruz's body was blocking the door. Yeah, let's be honest.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
I use an ice pick. Oh, yeah, let's be honest again, because we had it on us when we finished. Or when we left, I should say.
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
I might have touched a few things.
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me. Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I've been snooping around.
I've been snooping around the guests' rooms.
I didn't think you'd admit it.
You knew already?
Safes left wide open. Makeshift keys left inside of locks. You haven't exactly been subtle about it, have you?
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guest's privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcella Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
Okay, do we be... I think we carry on being honest, just to see where the story goes.
She's having an affair, but it's not what you think. She's been in love with another woman since college. They've been apart for more than 10 years, and now
Yes, I know all about Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont's sexual deviance. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
Take a stand or deny. Take a stand? Sure.
What are you trying to imply? That Mrs. Cruz killed her husband because she hates men?
I've seen it before from lesbians.
Oh, this has nothing to do with hate. It's about love. Not that you'd understand.
Oh, and you think you do? Then please, enlighten me.
She's brave enough to be with the one she loves. That doesn't make her a criminal. That doesn't mean she killed her husband.
I'm starting to worry you may be one of them, Miss Roy, since you're so eager to defend
And
these
I worry
deviants.
about your ability to do your job, Detective, since you seem to be such a—
Enough! One more word, just one more word, and you'll be spending the rest of your night in a cell. Now get the hell out of here. I've had enough of you.
Okay.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough. Let's go see what Bernard wants.
Interrogation. I never imagined I would be sitting in an interrogation room at the police precinct. It was like something out of a crime film. The kind of scene you watch and wonder what you would do if you were in that character's place. What I would do, turns out, is stand up to the detective interrogating me. I just couldn't let him speak like that about topics he doesn't understand and about people he doesn't know. I don't exactly regret my actions, but I hope it won't lead to any unwanted repercussions. After the storm, it's been tough being alone with my thoughts since the hotel closed 2 days ago. According to the papers, the police are still investigating and haven't made any charges yet. I just hope they take the time to get it right. Last thing this ordeal needs is an innocent person put behind bars. Anyway, this morning I got a call from Bernard calling me into the hotel. He sounded surprisingly cheerful even. I wonder how it'll feel walking into the Clarendon again after what's happened. Maurice Tremblay is a detective lieutenant with the Montreal Police. He is about what you would expect from a detective. Stern, straight-laced, tired, and always carrying either a mug of coffee or a notebook. He looked like he hadn't slept in days, which makes sense with how hard the police have been working themselves trying to get around every last supposed deviant in the city. Maurice is old-fashioned, like a lot of men in his age. His assumptions about women, or anyone who isn't like him, for that matter, made that clear. I wish he wasn't the one in charge of the investigation into Hector's murder, but I'm not sure any other detective would make such a difference. Roger is a policeman who escorted me through the precinct when I was called in to be interrogated. He seems nice enough. I wish I had more to work with, but I have to remember I can't get inside everyone's heads. Cool. Okay, we've jumped up to 92%.
The atmosphere is so different in here. Will it ever feel like it used to? It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
Ah,
Oh, go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
imagine we're about to be fired as well. That's why he's so chipper. But we'll see.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in.
At least he knows my name this time.
I suppose you know why you're here?
Is it about the murder? Actually, not really.
I'm not sure, actually. Your phone call was a bit vague.
Yes, well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act? Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes, you've been quite the disappointment. I may have been too busy to notice it before, but now that it's staring me right in the face, I cannot continue to ignore it. You're fired.
What?
You can't fire me because I quit.
You can't fire me. Because I quit.
Sure. I fire you, you quit. It's all the same to me. Just make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
Hey,
Hey.
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
Well, he was being kind of a jerk, so I quit.
You what?
I quit. I figured there was no point in staying if you were leaving.
I appreciate the solidarity, but you really didn't have to do that.
I think it's for the best. Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Ugh. He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel, so I may have lost my cool a little.
A little?
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
What's next for you? I know you'll bounce back. Let's be curious.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of course. I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar, instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too.
I don't want to lie like Anne and Marcella. What do you think will happen to our guests? I don't want to be like Anne and Marcella.
I've been thinking about Anne and Marcella a lot.
Should I be jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what they went through. How they had to lie and pretend, day after day. How they had to live someone else's life for 10 years before they could finally be with each other. I don't think I could do that.
Well, I have good news for you, Bean. Times are changing. It's already started elsewhere, and it will get here eventually. One day, all the Annes and Marcellas of the world will live happily together, and no one will give a damn.
I really hope that's true.
It will be.
Three conspirators charged in the Clarendon Hotel murder case. I'm guessing that's Paul. Lindsay Franklin, Brother in a Heart. I'm surprised they put them next to each other. Didn't think they would do that. That's Michael, he's gone back to his father. I don't know why they're not showing his... Oh, because it was burnt out in the picture, wasn't it? By a cigarette. What? So we don't get to see his face. Clarendon Grand Reopening, VIP only. You chose to stand up to Bernard and quit, but now you have to know... Ah, and then... Again, it's too long to actually... You completed the game. See what I just got. Is that meant to be Beth? Doesn't look quite like her. But I guess it is. At least they're happy in the bar together. Okay, yeah, so that was this bed we made. I'm not overly pleased with that ending, but that aside, the rest of the game I've really enjoyed. I quite enjoy just snooping in people's possessions, apparently. Yeah, the little cleaning up games, they weren't difficult at all. You you hold right trigger and push left and right, or up and down. And then you just push A to clean up some of the messes. I think that was good. They didn't overdo it. Yeah, I mean, the mystery and solving it was really, really fun. I've liked the music and stuff, but I can't say there was much variation in the music. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just wasn't taking it in or whatever. But yeah, I think that talking about animators and stuff, I think that was fine. It wasn't the best, but it reminded me a lot of Telltale series games in terms of their animations, which again, not bad. It's not the best, but it worked. It worked. Yeah, I don't think I have anything actually negative to say. I guess, as I say, other than the ending, but that could be my doing. Obviously there was quite a few choices right at the end there. What I might do is I might go back and change some of my choices at the ending interrogation at least, and perhaps with Bernard at the end, just to see if we can get a different ending. I don't know what is considered the best ending, or I guess the best ending would be, I hate to say it, but Marcella getting away with murder, perhaps? that be the best ending? I don't know, it's difficult to say. I feel like Hector was not as a bad person. I say I could be getting it wrong. I feel like it was Anne's husband who was abusive. Like, for some reason, I've forgotten it from yesterday, but I think that's right, which means Hector was not necessarily a bad person, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, really. I don't really know what was Paul actually the one who murdered him? Or was he just... I don't know, I really don't know. Maybe again you can find that out depending on the ending you get. Yeah, so I'm going to redo some of the choices right now. If nothing different happens, then this will be the end of the video. So if it is, then I've enjoyed this. I thought, let's say I just, instead of playing the demo, I just bought it outright, like I said, and I feel that was yeah, I'm happy with my purchase. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. Have a good day, everyone. Hopefully speak to you soon. Bye.
Blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
I'm sure, probably a malfunction.
I'm not sure. I guess the doors must have malfunctioned.
A malfunction? Is that something that happens often?
Quite often, yeah. Eugene, that's our maintenance guy. He has to repair the elevator at least twice a month. We also have a lot of problems with the electricity and the plumbing. It's an old building, you know?
I'll have someone take a look at that elevator. If there was a problem with it, surely they haven't gone around to fixing it yet.
No, probably not.
Is that when you moved the body?
Move the... What do you mean?
We've found evidence that the body first fell inside the elevator, but was then moved out of it.
I had to move it to leave the floor. I must have moved it to check his pulse.
Oh, right. Yes, I must have moved him a bit to check his pulse.
Where on his body did you take his pulse?
His wrist. His left wrist.
Why not his neck?
Well, I couldn't really access it because of the elevator door.
The elevator doors? See, now I'm confused. If the body was still inside the elevator when you checked his pulse, then when did you move it?
No, you're right. I checked his wrist first, then moved him out of the elevator to check his neck. I just wanted to make sure, you know? I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
It wasn't locked.
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But the box wasn't locked.
Isn't that unusual?
Well, maybe Eugene forgot to lock it last time he used it.
Or maybe someone tampered with it. Did you go near the ice machine at any point today?
No, never.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
What shoe size do you wear?
Shoe size? 7. Why?
Well, we found size 7 footprints near the ice machine. I just thought they might be yours.
Oh, but that's not an uncommon shoe size, though. Is it?
No, it's not. So, you said there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
It was just an assumption.
I just assumed. What with all the blood?
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an assumption, isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you...
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings. Safes left wide open, makeshift keys left inside of locks. You haven't exactly been subtle about it, have you?
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcella Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
I don't know anything about her.
I don't really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
Really? That's odd, because we learned a lot about Mrs. Cruz when we went through her room. And let's just say that loving, caring wife are not the first words that would come to mind.
Oh?
She's a lesbian, involved in some sordid affair with the guest from room 507, Mrs. Beaumont. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
Deny.
No, I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet, Miss Roy. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, I don't know anything about him.
I don't know much. Only that he seems nice.
Nice. I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh?
We found out that Mr. Spade is fresh out of a madhouse. When we called the place, they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
No.
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry, Miss Roy, but I just don't believe you. I think you know more than you've let on.
Can I please leave?
You can. But you'd better stay in town. I'm sure I'll have more questions for you very soon.
Okay, so redoing... You can't skip cutscenes, so redoing some of these...
Different in here.
Some of these,
Get used to.
Alright, thanks. Redoing some of these choices is quite obnoxious. Because, as I say, you can't skip the cutscenes.
The hotel reopens.
So, this will probably be the only time I do anything different.
I suppose you know why you're here?
Bit about the murder.
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, you'd be right about that. You're fired.
What?
Jeez, I need this job.
Please, sir, I really need this job.
Spare me the begging.
But...
I've made my decision and it's final. Make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
I know you bounce back.
Well, I'm not one bit worried about you. I know you'll be just fine.
Yeah, I do have a cat-like ability to land on my feet.
And think of all the good times you'll have away from Bernard.
I'll miss annoying him. He turns into a particular shade of red that only I can get out of him. But no, you're right. It's time for new challenges. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too.
Okay, I would select what do you think will happen to our guest, but as I said, redoing all of this is quite annoying because you can't skip any of it. So I'm just going to go straight for the can I kiss you?
Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
That was...
I know.
Oh, I could still ask. Okay.
What do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
Yeah, I think so. Paul will probably become a famed photographer. His portrait of you will be hanged at the Louvre, entitled The Inconspicuous Maid. It will sell for millions.
Is that so?
Yeah, and Anne and Marcella will ride into the sunset on the back of two Appaloozas, watching over their newly acquired ranch. They'll be constantly followed by their only sheep. They'll call him Paul, for old time's sake.
I like that. I just want them to be happy.
Me too.
Okay, let's see what the cartoon storyboard shows us this time. Oh, still the 3 conspirators charged, and okay, still that one. Okay, so they still went to prison. I wonder if what I would have to do to make that different. But like I said, redoing it is just it's just so much time. I think what I'll do is I'll probably take a break from this. And then well, I mean, this will be the only this will be the last part I do for my YouTube channel, but I'll probably give it some time so that I forget some of the stuff that happens, because if I've got to go through it, at least if I don't remember what happens, it's beneficial. And then I'll choose Andrew as my acolyte, and etc. Okay, yeah, so that was it for this bed we made. I've enjoyed this. I hope you have too. Have a good day, everyone. Hopefully speak to you soon. Bye.